Bob, you're permitted to visit your future self in the year 2050. You're provided 10 minutes to ask one question, and only one question, and your future self is eager to hear that question. The question I have for you is, what would you ask your future self and why? Whenever you're ready, the floor is yours, good sir.
But I would say the overall question that comes back to me is, how did you do with what you were given? Did you make an impact in people's lives? Were you a good person? How did you do these past 25 years to get you to this point? And hopefully, if I'm a chance to live that long, I would hope that I would look back and say, you really did. You reached out to people. You were there for them. You were a good husband, a good father, a good friend, a good co-worker. I've been involved, like Terry, in the NBA for many, many years. It's an amazing organization, and you'd like to think that you did it right for them. So that's what hit me when you presented me with that question.
So I would go back and just reflect on my journey. How have I impacted the people I've met? How have I made their lives improved? How have I shared my journey, my story, that maybe something they have had from my own personal experience that have provided them the energy or the wherewithal to just, with the challenges they face on a daily basis, to fight through their own challenges, to make sure that they continue to believe in what they believe in, and the importance of waking up every day trying to get better at that no matter what challenges you have, to try to handle those challenges the best you can and try to get better at it. And I think when you play professional sports, the people you meet along the way, it's about the friendships that you're able to meet and maintain those friendships, and to be blessed with so many people who come from so many different backgrounds, but yet you've been able to have this bond. That's something that lives on for a very long time.
I'm going with the same thing that I've been in all my life, professional wrestling. And at that time, in 2050, it'll be a complete different business. I guess AI will be taken over. I won't be in the ring 28 days a month. When I was in the WWE, I was only doing 44 countries. Now they're doing 120 and that. So it'd be a complete different world for me. And of course, with this AI and all this international publicity, my merchandise, being a bushwhacker with will be going wild. There'll be no licking though after COVID. The head licking is over. Anyhow, Butch always licked the head. I always put my hand on the head and lick the back of my hand. I can imagine what will be happening in 2050. It is with the AI and all, with all that sort of stuff. Merch would be going out of the doors so fast it would be crazy.
If these were available to you, which would you pay for to see and why? Rocky Balboa as a neurosurgeon, Seinfeld as a correctional officer, or Rambo the talk show host?
Wow. I would say Rambo the talk show host.
Mate, I would say that too.
I think Seinfeld is a correctional officer. I think that would be hysterical. And I've never known him not to be funny. So you'd be in for an evening of entertainment, and I would gladly pay for that.
Mr. Bushwhacker Luke, Hall of Famer Bushwhacker Luke, what should you pay for to see and why? Good sir of the following: Hannibal Lecter is a cast member of 90210, Conan the Librarian, or Big Bird the Bounty Hunter?
Conan the Librarian. They're completely opposites. If anyone's late with their book coming back to the library, I don't know what he would do. All the books would be returned on time.
It's scarier to think about how much of our life is formed by things that are out of our control, or how much of our life is formed by things that are within our control. Which one might be scarier in this case? Bob, whenever you're ready to go, the floor is yours, good sir.
I think the way that hit me was, to put it like this: as you go through your life, probably as a young man, you think it's outside events that are affecting your life. You didn't get the job. You didn't get the date with the girl that you wanted. You didn't get the money that you wanted, and you played the blame game, okay? But I think as you get older, you understand that no, that's not the case at all. Everything that has happened to me happened because of me, good and bad. It was my mistakes. It was my fractured relationships. It was my not knowing. It was my ignorance of a situation. It was things that I could have done better, if my ego had not gotten in the way. So I think it's a question that as you go through your life, go through time, it changes. You kind of have maybe early on a little chip on your shoulder, like Terry, maybe you got cut from the team and you didn't think you deserved it. You put the blame somewhere else, but maybe you weren't good enough. But I think at least for me, as I have gotten older, I've come to the understanding that it's what you do, how you handle it, how you move on, how do you make corrections, how do you handle the fortunes that come your way, how do you handle the misfortunes that come your way, and you get much more reflective on this.
In your early years, your birthplace, your parents, genetics, things like that you have no control early on. Historical events, certain family members all of a sudden getting ill when you're young and you don't understand why they got ill. And then as you grow and you continue to live life, then it's about the decisions you make. It's about the people you surround yourself with. It's about the decisions that you have faced and how you make those decisions. How did you go about trying to get better at your skill set? What was your goals back then? Was it to be part of a high school team? Did you work on those things? If you did and you failed, well, why? Did you not work hard enough? And so I think it's really two parts. Early on, when you don't really have the ability to make decisions and the ability to understand those decisions, then you rely on other people. And so sometimes that's out of your control. But as you grow in life and as you experience more things in life, you understand the importance of making sure that you're putting yourself in the best possible position every day.
Well, I got to say this, that's split. Later on in life, it was, it was in control. But earlier on, I didn't know what was happening. When I left school, I was an engineer and became a steel worker, but never heard of professional wrestling. Didn't know it till my next door neighbor went in a bodybuilding contest and was placed in Mr. New Zealand second or something. And the judge in Mr. New Zealand said to him, "You want to make some money with that body?" He didn't know what he was talking about. Next minute, the guy said, "There's a gym, 6 miles away that all the boys meet Monday to Friday. Come in." And he started. And I never knew, he just told me about it. But I was 160, 175 wet. And I never thought that I would be hooked up in it. For 6 months down the line, I was going to the gym with them and getting on the mat and pushing around with the guys, and they were semi-professionals. Anyhow, I did start wrestling, blah, blah, blah. Butch was still playing rugby, and that till 65.
Right.
And then he came and trained at the gym, and then 66 we became partners.
How would you assess what I do here with the microphone? I mean, you're a legend. I would love to hear your opinion of what I do here.
This is something that a lot of people can benefit from.
Thank you.
Your audience, which is massive, I can see why you built this to the point you have, and it will only get better.
Thank you.
Because this is real talk. This is real conversation. You're asking questions of people that is going to elicit an unrehearsed response, and that is genuine.